I got a Glock in my Rari. 17 shots, I'm 38.
Hello. Oh, we got a whole bunch this time, but let's get into it. So, cheap reviews. You know, this YouTube channel right here just got into a whole bunch of drama with Jidion Premium. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of characters there. And, well, Schlep. Found this post on X. I can't really go on X. It won't let me on there. It really just doesn't load on the browser. On two different browsers, LibreWolf and Firefox. It's pretty stupid, but remember what Apple said. The downfall of Schlep should be studied, and so I studied it. Schlep is a popular content creator who has been exposing pedophiles in a popular game called Roblox. His actions led to the arrest of 6 individuals, with 5 of them charged and 3 of them pled guilty. On March 31st, 2026, Harlow dropped a Google document alleging that his voice actor, Ace the Narrator, solicited and was warned about this fact back in August 2025. Oh, it was about predatorism. I guess I cut it off, I'm sorry. But kept working with him for videos and stayed mutuals on Discord and X. Schlep downplayed the allegation, saying that it's fourth-hand info, or that it was just minor on minor stuff. He then posted strong denial, saying that Harlow is a malicious actor who is being used themselves and has retracted prior incorrect statements. Schlep has promised a point-by-point rebuttal of Harlow's allegations, but it's not delivered it. He then pivots hard back to Roblox and starts attacking the anime community. On April 2nd, Ace the Narrator, I don't want to say it because I don't want to get myself banned because crazy people, they hate it so much. On April 2nd, Ace the Narrator nukes his entire social media account. Schlep built his brand and content identity on catching real predators on Roblox, but after he was banned from Roblox for allegedly using harmful tactics to catch predators, he then started shifting to policing fictional content such as anime and L content. Maybe we'll call it midget content. Schlep thought attacking midget cons would be a low-hanging fruit, but in doing so he angered the Japanese community, the broader community of anime. And even the community that genuinely wants to be brought to justice, he painted them a straw man, equating midget cons with simple, PDF files. He conflates fiction with reality, lines on a paper versus human victims. Yep, say that's what he's doing. The main friction many are pointing to is that he ignores the real predator within. Instead of explaining anything, he has repeatedly denied everything without any receipts. No chat logs, no cutoff proof, no timestamps to prove that these allegations are false. This is the hypocrisy and selective enforcement that many are pointing to. While standing on the moral high ground, he uses the anime and the midget controversy to deflect from his own drama surrounding Ace the Narrator, where he has deliberately ignored warnings and kept the association anyway. He says, MidgetCon is PDF files. If you gratify yourself to sexualize images of animated childs, then you're a predator. The fact X allows a community of these people to thrive on here is very shocking. Do better, @safety. Yeah, then they should be banning you too. A lot of people in the midget community is adding me but won't come on my stream to defend their point. I wonder why. This is Jidion. But he can't actually do his job right. You'll see in a minute. You'll see in a minute. So, before we go up here, we're going to actually go into the story and then we can continue up here. So this is Ace the Narrator and his account is gone. Because Schlep is a fraud. Schlep associated with the Ace the Narrator is currently working with and employed by Schlep to be a voice actor for his channel. Schlep is aware of the ongoing allegations against Ace, such as CP, distribution, and solicitation as well, as Ace the Narrator has allegedly engaged with a 13-year-old girl when he was 16. Schlep was made aware of this as of August 2025, yet as late as December 10th, 2025, Schlep was still seen having Ace the Narrator added on Discord, while also following him on Twitter. Schlep defended Ace by claiming that people were spreading lies against him, compiling the alleged illegal and predatory actions of Ace the Narrator, which I have here. Oh wait, what? Oh, maybe this is just, I don't know if this is different or not. It's probably the same. Oh, I just don't want to give them now, because either way it's technically CP. And he says, This must be Ace the Narrator. Very true, but the FBI haven't caught me yet, so...
You need to leave!
Then, the old alias of Ace the Narrator attempted to solicit CP in 2020. He would be 14, and even when he was 15, Lo Lee here was 11. He asked 2 years later...
Tip pick time? So you want your tip pick yet? Tip pick?
Talking about his thing down there, his male genitalia. Oh, this is 29 pages. We won't get into all of it. We'll skim through. They say, damn, the only pick I got was his friend, which caught me
But
off
it's
guard
just
and
sometimes you
tipped
make
over
daddy
joke at
so
first.
angry that
So he did send it, which was a joke at first. It was a TikTok, and he did end up sending one in Snapchat. So, yep, when he was 16, other minors. Hope you know what he did with those girls. Oh, look, here's a DM to him. Yo, have you heard anything about Ace the Narrator being weird? Apparently some people are going and spreading lies about him. Schlep is seen messaging Parlo on 26th August 2025, claiming if he heard anything about Ace the Narrator being weird. This proves he was aware of the allegations 4 to 5 months ago, as of the creation of this document, January 3rd, 2026. Which means Roblox Predator Freaks at Cops, featuring Jidion, voice actor Ace the Narrator. Roblox Predator tries to run, Ace the Narrator's credited. Roblox Dad gets caught, Ace the Narrator. Predator goes to jail, Ace the Narrator. On and on. So this Ace the Narrator guy, he still follows him in the 6th of December 2025. My clients, Schlep. Just best friends. So, Schlep says, so, Lumi. In other words, going after midgets just happened to be a very convenient diversion tactic that blew up in his face. Which was true. It did end up blowing in his face because now a lot of people don't support him. Only the bots, I guess.
go 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 go.
Yeah. It's also an egregious tactic because wasted resources for hunting down fictional content take away from the time and the effort for protecting actual victims. And from my Hungy, the sad part of all this is that this moral grandstanding from the antis leads to no arrest, no change in laws, no children saved. Their idea of activism is to essentially harass midget cons off of Twitter, thinking somehow that stops real PDFs. Moral grandstanding. We're gonna come back to that soon, so don't forget about that. From the IWF, thousands of images and videos of bad things could be going undetected because of false reports. As the nation's clearinghouse and comprehensive reporting center for all issues related to prevention and recovery from child victimization and NCMEC, leads the fight against abduction, abuse, and exploitation because every child deserves a safe childhood. Up to 90% of the reports received from the NCMEC relate to innocent images. 90% is not it at all. In 2019, our analysts assessed more reports than ever before, but only half contain imagery we could action. False reports waste charity resources and can distress our analysts. Then, the same person, Emerald Apple, says it actually reduces conviction of real C cases. In the UK, when they criminalized fictional content, real cases and convictions fell by 60%. Not because the rates went down, but because police resources were strained, says the Internet Watch Foundation. They do good work. I may have criticisms on their stands against encryption on TikTok, because unencrypted messages could lead perverts to spy on kids, but yes, they're something. I don't remember any of that. But if you search up Schlep, at whatever time this was, it was a few days ago, it actually has Schlep defend PDFs. But people now think that about him, so he definitely got cooked, that soy boy. And for Chibi Reviews, he says, a certain content creator has been very quiet since allegations came out after they personally attacked me. They said they would address them, but haven't said anything for days. Weird. On a separate note, then some think the biggest win in their life is calling me a cringe wee, blocking them despite them being a pea catcher channel, apparently catching it's clearly all performative, they just wanted easy money and clout. And then the same Emerald Apple replies to Chibi, I generally don't trust pea hunters unless they are professionals trained in the ops and work directly with detectives, etc. So often these same people or the peas themselves, most of these cases, even if it does lead to an arrest, the evidence shows up. So you have man claiming to be a pea hunter arrested on CP charges in Rogers. And he says, okay, well, we'll skip that one, I guess. So for Schlep, because I wanted to show all forms of CE are bad, including Midget Con. Midget Con is child that. And then he got community noted that Schlep falsely claims anime is CSEM on under US code 18 around S225611 says fictional characters cannot be considered children nor can be counted as CSEM from the law Cornell EDU US code text 18. Furthermore, it may be a violation of CSEM laws to lead people to believe fiction is SEM, which makes you the predator? That's crazy. Yeah, Schlep's cooked. Then Chibi Reviews puts his base image. Imagine taking fictional ages seriously. Where I'm pretty sure this character is either, I think this is her mom, and they look really the same, and she's 43 and she's 19. It really shows how clowny it is. Ages don't really matter for anime. It's like you could just draw like a midget and make them 1,000. It's just kind of stupid. Then he says, wait, since when was he here? And look who's back, and he's trying to say that Chibi Reviews is Hitler, which is funny, I guess. I mean, it's just stupid. He's literally not. He doesn't kill thousands of people. And then for Mythical, Schlep reposted this. Chibi Reviews is dodging a debate with Jidion and falsely accuses him of botting. You'll learn soon it's not false. Chibi Reviews won't be recovering from this L anytime soon. And Jidion said, Chibi, I just reacted to your video defending midgets. I know you said you were antisocial, but you seemed quite fine to me in your response. I'm extending my offer again since you said Schlep was running away from the convo. Would you have a discussion with me on my platform? With Chibi replying, the fact I'm seeing this post botted in real time. Nah, I'm good. The point of debates or discussion has passed after personal attacks. Which what happened was, Schlep told him that the reason why he was doing or because basically he was defending them. This is why your wife left you is what Schlep told him, which automatically made him lose the debate. That's called an ad hominem. It's a logical error where an argument is dismissed or invalidated by attacking the character, motive, or attributes of the person making it, rather than addressing the substance of the argument itself. This personal attack is used to distract from the topic, often creating a red herring to divert attention. So instead of actually finding a way to, instead of just insult him and attack, midget cons, they just say, you're this, you're just this evil person to humanize you, so. Went back right on him. Because you can see with, you'll see in a minute, it seems like their side isn't actually that popular. And Marco Polo says, it's almost like this entire site is flooded with bots and poorly managed algorithms. With this article that said, the AI boom is now bigger than the 90s .com bubble, and it's built on the back of bots, maybe more than real users, from the study with Ashley Lutz and Nick Litch. And this other one says, this article said Twitter is 75% bots, laughing my fucking ass off. And that was in July 2025, it could be even more now. Now here is God Requiem, which has 140 million views. So maybe some of them could have hate watched it, but let's say 30 million didn't. 30 million people would disagree with Schlep because, well, they like this stuff. They think it's cute or they think it's like part of culture and funny. But he thinks to people that like stuff like this with her dancing, or who I'm pretty sure the actual real creator isn't even a midget. This is just for like this thing to just make fun of people because they call her short or something. It was like this whole big joke. And I think it might have also supposed to be sad or something, but it was from 2 years ago. But, yeah. So, God Requiem has 140 million views. Creators quickly hopped on the explosive trend, but what's hypocritical about it is a lot of those who condemn the archetype are dancing the same size as her. Tons of people like, they would try to get on the popularity train, and, well, they're hypocrites. The reason to bring this up is because people choose to hate midgets solely because of slave morality. This is from Friedrich Nietzsche. Just because the masses yell at them, eventually they want to yell. Humans' biology is desire to be in a group. A creator example is Vidal and Neurosama, where they wanted him arrested because they got the highest hype record, I think 3 times. And 2 of them was in the recently in the December, around other things that were happening. And the creator Rygo Creative depicts hitting and other fetishes. Content like this is not banned, and creators similarly rack up subscriptions able to live in other countries, but they won't try to stop these platforms and them actually doing art that hurts the character, because I guess why would we? Though they will never go after this real terrible content because in reality they do not care. It is all moral grandstanding. Let's go down. In Grandstanding, The Use and Abuse of Moral Talk by Justin Tozzi and Brendan Wark. Justin Tozzi, a philosopher professor at Texas Tech University, defines moral grandstanding as the use of moral talk for self-promotion. He worked with Brendan Wark. Tozzi argued that grandstanders aren't necessarily trying to solve problems. They are trying to convince others that they are morally respectable or even moral paragons, which you can see with how he was with Ace Narrator. Schlep's definitely not a paragon.
Nope.
And you'll see soon that Jidion isn't one either. So we'll come back here. For Jidion, what is Jidion doing, dude? This is not helping anything but making his case worse. Jidion said on a post sometime, the face of the man that swore to protect his community, DA Chris Schuft, prosecutor of the year, the face of a man that swore to protect his community. Oh, yep, this is the same it. So he took pictures of all his achievements, I guess. And instead of Chris arresting monsters, they put a PR response. Y'all are letting him have it. Sadly, we have to bully elected officials into actually doing their job. And then they say something like this. So his fans are just as stupid as he is, I guess. Someone said, can I have some context? I can barely find anything about this Chris Sierra guy. Did he actually do anything bad, or are they just attacking an innocent dude? After a P was caught, the DA said that they were unable to do anything because Jidion broke the Department of Justice protocol and they didn't want any vigilante activity similar to Roblox. It's almost like they're showing, yeah, dude, this guy's a predator. And the way they catch him always makes it so they can't throw him in jail. They're completely incompetent and failures at the job, Jidion and Schlep. Jidion caught him and acted a bit immature when talking to him. He could have presented himself more professionally by detailing his work, specifying the number of arrests made, naming the district attorneys, DA, district attorney, he's collaborated with, and identifying the counties and states involved. But without these details, Chris has a valid reason to classify him as a vigilante YouTuber rather than a member of a professional organization. And after that, he put out Mr. Stewart's personal information and picture in the video and suggested that his 3 million subscribers contact him. So now he has, I think, 5 million. I don't know how you can grow a channel by being a piece of shit, but let's go on. What the Jidion? The EDP Watch advertisements feel gross, heavily exploitative, and is bordering on the line of being CP. If legit, if you just pay $4.45, anyone can listen to PDF talking about their S desires, and as shown in the clip, becoming basically phone S. This is weird, bro. Yep. Not your mission. You can support somebody else's to go against him because you don't know how to do your job. Offering to fly out his young audience to hang out with a file is a groundbreaking stuff. I don't know how this isn't some satirical comedy on this trend. Man. The issues with Schlep's predator catching process, they had to have their post deleted. It looks like somebody didn't like it. Probably a moderator. Precisely because everyone unhates peas. So much the pea hunter genre also attracts some questionable people. Most people who preoccupy themselves with peas to this degree are doing so because it's viewed as a target against which all things are acceptable, not because they care about harm being done to anyone, which is, generally speaking, not a particularly savory sort of person. Unfortunately, it's a tactic that shows no sign of losing efficacy, despite it necessarily making kids less safe. On r/Roblox, I'm convinced that Schlep's fanbase are ignoring important details. If you look at people defending Schlep, they will always respond with something related with you being a P word or you defending P words. It's getting annoying. Yes, I know it could be trolling, but it's very often, especially when you don't side with Schlep. Why I'm not sided with Schlep because I'm not naive to believe what Schlep is saying. I'm not saying Roblox doesn't have a problem. As an example, Dog Pack 404 incident, where everyone was hyping this guy up like he was a saint and slandering the one who is accused of a heinous act, similar to how Schlep is calling out Roblox for protecting Ps as a way to discredit them, since in his eyes he is doing a heroic jobs without caring about how it's done to some extent. You might say Schlep involves law enforcement, which all I can say is think about it, especially in today's world. How can we trust the use of law enforcement? I know this might discredit my argument to some, but I only watched the most recent video of an arrest on Schlep's channel, but I didn't see any solid evidence of proof that wasn't somewhat considered entrapment. Why I made this post is to bring awareness of how the situation is actually instead of the super simplified I've been seeing on YouTube. Also, wanted to state this, that just because there's a whole country's banning or suing Roblox doesn't mean it's a good cause. Wanted to add this too, but I forgot that is a parroting problem more than Roblox will. What? He says, yes, parents should do more, but the point of this is that Roblox should do more. Dogpack isn't even a good comparison because he was exposing Mr. Beast, whereas Schlep is making Roblox a safer place and got banned. Well, he actually didn't make it a safer place. They haven't done anything. What they've done is just split everybody up, so he's what happened was he just made Roblox worse, and we might have made it a little bit good. Let's say he did make it like 10% better. He also made it 30% worse, so he only made it 20% worse. So, thanks, Schlep. You didn't make a platform better, you just changed it for the worse. Oh, I'm choosing lesser two evils, so this guy does say that Schlep is bad. And then Chiba Reviews brings up this post. He shows that Diesel Patches actually made a video on him, and this is what he used to do.
Guys, my cousins hacked my account and publicized videos meant to be private. What a weirdo, am I right? And he said, so what
If she's 12.
With this weird sort of image of her blushing and looking scared. This was from Diesel Patches, and he recently didn't. Okay. This video, he clowns on him, but, well, he's a real clown. Okay. Back to here. He who laughs best today will also laugh last. Friedrich Nietzsche. Finally, the big example will be in our next video, Cinder. An example of this would be Cinder. Why is she an example? Because her redemption in the next video that I'm going to be talking about is that, well, she was pushed in this corner and then she came back on a 1,000-page document and then she came back fully to go to streaming. She actually got redeemed because it turns out that she's actually being compared to what they said Cinder was because she has horns and in a different outfit. And right after she tried destroying her career, now one of the other people, Shy Lily, literally at that same horn design, so it seemed like she was jealous because she was if Cinder was like, I think the 6th most like bit channel that kept on getting bits on Twitch, Shy Lily was back here, so Shy Lily wanted to just get that competition out of the way because she was in her business and in other partnerships with people she was partnered with, so you can see how women act. Well, thank you for watching the video. And don't forget, he who laughs best today will also laugh last.